The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter is made possible by a contribution from AEG.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the Daughter.
And today we are playing Dice Heist. This is by AEG and designed by Trevor Benjamin and our friend Brett J. Gilbert, who also designed Elysium.
It has nothing to do with Kylo Ren lightsaber, even though it looks like Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Yes.
That's the first thing I noticed about the box.
So, with a name like Dice Heist, you expect there to be dice in this game, right?
Well, no.
Okay.
I don't. Probably cards, not dice.
Well, actually, there's cards too. So the premise of the game is we are thieves, and there are 4 museums that we are going to try to steal various things from. We'll show you those museums right now. We have the Hermitage Museum, which is in St. Petersburg, and you'll notice that we've got the country flag here, we've got the museum name and where it's at, and then this number here, this shows that if we want to rob this museum, this is its security value. So if we want to rob the entire museum and get everything out of there, then we need to beat this number. So we would need a 3 or greater. Now, we can also target specific items, and if we target them and we want to steal them, then all we have to do is roll this number or better. So you can see St. Petersburg, the security on there is not very good.
But it can be hard to get a 3 or higher if you're going for that.
Sometimes,
it's
because
all luck of the roll.
It is luck of the roll. Okay, so that is the first one. Then we have the Metropolitan Museum in New York, and you'll see that's a 3. Then we have the British Museum. It's in London.
It's in London.
And it's a 4.
Like the leaky cauldron.
And then, of course, we have the Louvre, which is the hardest to break in, and that probably is true.
Yeah.
And it's at a 5. So those are the 4 museums that we are going to try to break into and steal things.
Not to say that the security on the other museums are probably not as hard, because they're probably pretty hard too.
So what we're going to be doing on our turn is we are going to be drawing cards from a deck of cards here. And you'll see that it's got the replica of the Mona Lisa there, which really isn't the Mona Lisa. All the artwork is kind of cartoony, and yes, because they want to keep from getting sued.
Yeah.
But we're going to draw from that deck, and then we're going to flip over a card. So we flip over a card, and we see it is an artifact. Okay, and this is a major exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it calls it. So we know it's a major because there are 2 items there that are identical. It's like a major award. And this tells us what museum to put that in. So we will assign this one to the British Museum, and it would just go up here like that. Now, we have the minor exhibits, and the minor exhibits will just show 1 on the card, but it will have a plus symbol. So if we draw one of these, then we're going to draw another card until we don't have this plus symbol. Again, this is assigned to the American Museum, so that would go to the Metropolitan. Other items that we can steal are jewels. Now, there are 3 different types of jewels. There are rubies, emeralds, and blue is sapphire?
Sapphire or lapis, depending.
Okay. So these are going to be, this is a set collection that we're going to go for here.
Mm-hmm.
And the way these work, for each color that you have, so for each red, the first one is going to be worth 1 point. The second one is going to be worth 2 points, and so on. It doesn't matter if you have a complete set of different colors or not. They're all, the first one in the set you get is worth 1, the second one's worth 2, and so on. Okay, so there are the 3 different gems. Now, lastly, we have paintings. So Megan, go ahead and explain how the paintings work.
So the paintings will come up just like any of the others. You'll have the nationality for the country museum they're in, and then you'll have the dollar amount. So you're scoring for this one, you want the highest dollar amount to beat your opponent on that, and then if you have the higher amount, you get 8 points. If they have the lower amount, they lose 4 points.
Yeah, so you want to make sure you kind of keep an eye on what everybody's doing with paintings.
Yep, so you'll have landscape and portrait, so you have the different types.
Now, why did you choose those 2 to show?
Oh, the Scream is just iconic, so you gotta do that one. But Starry Night's my fave. It's hanging in my room.
No.
I love Van Gogh, so.
Now, why do you like that so much?
Because it was in Doctor Who.
Well, of course, everybody knows you like Doctor Who.
They should by now, honestly.
So, we are going to have a black die. Each person gets one of these. This is our master thief.
Yes.
Okay, he basically is representing us. Now, I said on our turn, what we do is to start the turn, we flip a card. The other thing we can do is we can either decide to try to steal from a museum, and if we want to steal everything, then we just say, hey, I'm going to steal from the Metropolitan. We can target specific things. So if I want to say I want to target the Starry Night, then if I roll a 3 or better, then I get just that one and everything else stays out there. Mm-hmm. If we don't want to try to steal something on our turn, we can take a white die, and the white die is a sidekick.
But that's not how we say it.
No. And for those of you who might have watched the film Sky High, you know that Coach Boomer yells, sidekick. Yeah. So that's kind of...
That's our joke.
Actually, you know, that's even the guys at work. I got them doing that too. And some of them have seen Sky High.
It's such a good movie.
So the way the sidekicks work, though, is you can choose to roll them with your normal die. You can choose to roll... just your main die here and not roll your sidekick, or say if you had multiple sidekicks, you could roll all of them, some of them, or none of them. It all depends on how many that you want to use. Now, when you are successful stealing something and you use a sidekick, then those sidekicks rolled go back into the main pool. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
so why don't we shuffle up and get to play? So as typical, I will let Megan decide if she wants to go first or not.
I'll let you go this time.
Really?
I'll be nice.
You're going to let me go first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm feeling good tonight.
So we have a ruby, and that will go in the Louvre. I think I will just take a sidekick.
Okay. And
sidekick.
Ruby there. And
Ruby, don't take your love to town.
Or give it to the demon on Supernatural, you know. I'm going to target that.
Yes, because even though there's only one, you can still target it.
So,
4.
good.
Yep. You get it?
Yep.
This game plays super fast. It's got a...
That is not considered a gem. Just
no,
clarifying,
that is an
because I thought it was.
You know what? Let's just take another sidekick.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and target that. And I'm good.
Got plus sign there. You know, I am just going to roll my 1, and I will target the Metropolitan. Or not target, but...
Go for it.
And I fail.
You failed the city. That one... I'm going to take a sidekick.
All right. You know what? Let's try to go for the Metropolitan again.
Nope.
Man. Dice hate me.
No, man. You like dice. I'm going to go for the British Museum. And I got 5 and 1, so I'm good. So I could
nope. Because
I got 5.
Oh, you said British. I was thinking Louvre. I'm sorry.
No.
Yes, you're right.
Good.
You get all
Sidekick
those.
goes away.
Yep.
I'm good.
Ooh, so we got dogs playing poker.
Aw.
All right, so I think I will roll all of my dice, and I'm going to target the Metropolitan.
Yeah.
And I killed it.
Good job. And it goes there. Let's go for St. Petersburg. If I don't throw the dice out of my hand before I want to roll it. And we're good. So get those.
Let's just target that. And I got it.
And we've got that. Sidekick.
Okay.
Target it.
I'm going to target that.
Fail.
1s are no good in this game. No bueno.
I'm going to go for the Louvre. And didn't get it.
Yeah, that Louvre is pretty tough.
It's hard.
Right, let's just steal this whole
Go for it.
thing there. The Hermitage.
And you should have
I should've
targeted. It happens. Sidekick.
Alright, let's try to knock off the Hermitage again.
There you go.
Hey.
Okay. Just gonna scoot that up a little. Let's go for the Louvre again.
Oh, we got it this time.
Thanks to my sidekick. Handy dandy.
Alright. Let's just take a sidekick.
Okay. Let's go for Britain. Woohoo.
Wow, crushed it.
Should have went for the Louvre.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's target this.
Target it. Got it.
Yep. But I'll use my sidekick.
Yep. I'm gonna go sidekick.
And I will go sidekick.
Let's go for Britain.
Nope.
That was a 2 and a 3. Didn't happen. Targeting.
Yeah, let's target that. Just because
Unless you weren't, but I mean,
No.
that roll was totally okay with me. I'm gonna go ahead and target the girl with the pearl earring. She's mine.
As you can see, the paintings are something that you really want to kind of fight over because of the point value that they're going to be worth.
I mean, the gems are good too.
Let's target this again. Hey.
There you go.
All right.
Such an easy one. Oh, plus sign. Okay, let's go for the whole museum here. Britain.
Nope.
Ooh,
Should have targeted that.
should have. Well, that's the thing, you never know.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
You going for the painting?
You know what? I'm going to be greedy. I'm going for everything in the British Museum.
Tentacle.
Right.
It still works. I'm gonna go for everything then too. Hopefully I get it. Got it.
Dang.
Haha.
Sidekick goes away.
Yep, thank you.
I'm just going to put those up there like that. America. Yeah, let's go for everything in the American. Crud. Yes, this game is all just dice rolling.
I'm gonna take a sidekick. So if you're not a fan of dice, this probably isn't your game.
No.
If you're leaving it all to chance. Oh, it's a plus sign.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know
That's
what?
my painting.
Let's go for everything in the American.
You always somehow end up getting that painting too, every time we've played. That's always ends up being one you get. I'm gonna go for St. Petersburg. That was a 2 and it didn't happen.
Let's go for St. Petersburg. Crud.
Yep. And let's try it again. Let's use my sidekick though. That worked. Thank you.
Let's go for American.
American.
Crud.
Sidekick.
Let's just target this.
Just one?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it worked. And a plus sign. Let's go for the Louvre.
Oh, wow.
That worked. Worked out pretty well.
You know what? Let's take a sidekick.
Okay. And it's a plus sign. Let's go for America. Woo.
And plus sign and another. Let's go for the British Museum.
Okay.
Crud.
Sometimes I wish you could add your dice values, but then it'd be a little bit easier. Sidekick.
Okay. So the end of the game does not occur until everything is stolen, not just when the deck runs out.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and let's target the British Museum again. Yay, I get it.
Let's go for the Louvre. Hey, thank you, sidekick. Look at all
Doesn't
my
really matter,
jewelry.
so let's go for St. Petersburg.
Yeah, the point values are the same. So
At 5.
and America. Woo.
All right.
And that will be the game. So we'll tally up our scores and get back to you.
Okay. I can't sit down because
Your butt's really
my
sore.
butt is sore because that was a butt kick, and that's the worst game I've ever lost of this.
Yes.
Megan had 74.
And subtract 60 for your score.
Yeah, I had 14. Megan just edged me out. She had 130 million in paintings. I had 120 million.
So that gave me the 8 and you lost 4.
Yeah, so that was a 12-point swing there, but it was the jewels. Megan had 46 points in jewels alone. I only had 10.
And then I had 20 in my artifacts.
Yeah, and I only had 8.
That's why I was going for all the jewels.
So yeah, good game, Megan. Well deserved.
Yes.
So let's get to what we think. All right.
You can go first.
I can
since
go
you
first.
Lost.
Okay.
I'll let you.
This is a filler game.
Very.
It is very simple. This is a game that you're going to pull out when you have non-gamers around,
Yeah.
or you just need to have something that you can bang out while you're waiting for another game. Or at lunch. I've taken this to my lunch group. We've sat there and we've played 3 games of this during our lunch hour. So it plays very fast, as you saw. It's very simple. It's very light. It is dice rolling. So if you do not like everything that is luck of the roll, you probably won't like this game. I like dice. I don't mind having the randomness because sometimes it's fun just to play a game that you're just rolling dice. And I get that that's not going to be for everybody. For me, I enjoy it.
But
Megan?
there is strategy to it. Because, I mean, you have to know, do you want to target something more? Do you want more of this? Do you want more of that? And I think, I mean, I've only played 2-player like I have with most games, but I can imagine when you guys get more people in, that's probably a little bit more cutthroat.
Yeah, and I've played this with 4 players, and
It goes up to 5, so.
It actually, then I have played it with 5. You're right. I've played
I'm
it.
just making sure.
I've actually played it with 4 and 5 as well, and it plays a little bit different. Not really a lot because you're still looking at what are you trying to get. The paintings are always, I think, the highest thing that you're trying to find, just because you don't want to be the one in last place. Being in first place is good. The other thing is the jewels.
Yeah.
And that's a lot harder to do when you have more players.
I can see that because, I mean, I took the majority of them, and if you had more people, that's probably harder to get more of the points there.
Yeah, and the 4 and a 5-player game, the scores are a lot lower because you just are not going to amass that many points in the gyms.
Yeah.
So.
I like it. I mean, you like dice games more than me, I feel like. But, I mean, it's a cool game. It is a filler. I really like the artwork, like how they mess with all the originals. I think that's cool.
Like this here with the.
That's super cool. With the candy canes and all.
Well, that's not candy cane. That's actually what they had. That's the sunglasses.
It looks like candy canes. Yeah, the meme sunglasses.
But yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, they're having fun with it.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. This is a very light, fun game, and that's all there is to it. It doesn't try to, be something that it's not. It is what it is.
And then I noticed, I don't know if this was intentional. I'm assuming it was. Like when I first got the game, I was like, what are those arrows? Because I was trying to figure out if they were point values or not. And I'm assuming it doesn't say in the rule book colorblind. Since, I mean, the gems are already different shapes, but then you have the different arrows to distinguish. That's what I'm assuming. Also, you get to make the joke, there's green arrows. So, I got it in
nice
there.
one to get that.
Yeah.
Because every time we seem to lose when we try to steal from a museum, we always say we failed and then
We failed the city.
We failed the city.
That's what we normally say. So it kind of works out. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool little filler. It could be a type of gateway game, I guess, for younger people if you're trying to just get them into some strategy with some dice. Like young children, I'm thinking, not like, maybe. I might be stretching.
Well, like I said, I think this
it's
is
for the non-gamers.
I think this is very good to pull out when you've got non-gamers around. Or like I said, when you're just trying to, knock out 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's light. You don't have to think. If you're playing brain burner games and you want something towards the end of the night just to kind of, set your mind back, this is not a bad game to pull out. So.
Good game.
Yeah, I think that'll wrap it up.
Yep.
And we will catch you guys next time.
Bye. Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.